What if I told you that the majority of people are completely unaware of what is going to transform the world? Hi there, everybody. As we begin our exploration into XRP today, I must begin with a statement made by Kanji that completely astounded me. Look, we are truly witnessing the construction of a brand new global financial system. Payments, physical assets, derivatives, and the transition to blockchain technology are all topics of discussion. Imagine what would happen if XRP were to capture just 10% of this rapidly growing market. The possibilities would be completely crazy. Do any of you recall that bizarre infographic from ages ago? I can't stop thinking about it. How much longer till this entire situation actually becomes our reality? I'm gonna blow your head. This whole thing has been the greatest kept secret in the XRP community for years. Ripple wasn't merely having fun. From the start, their goal has been to dominate that derivatives market. And take a listen. Everything is beginning to fall into place. I was astounded by what I saw when I dug into the bank rankings by derivatives. Really, a sizable percentage of these financial behemoths are already partners with Ripple. Literally, quadrillions are in front of us. You read correctly, quadrillions are set to pour into the XRP ledger. This is crazy. Guys, we must seize this opportunity before it's too late. The complete story is told by these derivative rankings, and this train has already departed the station after recognizing all of these well-known names as Ripple partners. Then, all of a sudden, Ripple announces this shocking alliance with cryptocurrency facilities for XRP derivatives. This one action, which dates back to 2016, has the potential to send XRP straight to $10,000. Yes, 10,000 XRP is a common topic of discussion, but here's the real deal. The real rocket fuel that powers it is never explained. We have all these cryptocurrency profits, don't we? They claim God told me we're hitting 10,000 all the time. Here's the problem though. According to some members of our crypto community, the reason we reach 10,000 is when Ripple truly overtakes Swift. In actuality, a number of disparate elements will be collaborating. What are derivatives? That's a lot of folks. We're talking about very revolutionary things when Ripple joins ISD and gains access to that enormous 1.2 quadrillion futures market. After that incident a little more than a year ago, Ripple has gone completely crazy. And here's the thing, don't forget that story twist regarding the concealed road acquisition that everyone was talking about. They had a brilliant master plan that included all of that. By taking advantage of the hidden path, this is where things become interesting. In essence, Ripple simply took control of a very busy prime brokerage kingdom with a global reach. I'm referring about folks who work in deep infrastructure. In one spectacular power move, they also acquired digital asset swaps and multi-asset derivatives. It's similar to witnessing someone enter God mode. Here we're discussing fixed income products and foreign exchange futures. With over $3 trillion passing through its systems every year, Hidden Road is dominating the game. They have more than 300 institutional clients who are already heavily involved in the cryptocurrency derivatives markets, and we're talking about 3 trillion with a T. This is where things get hot though. The ultimate story twist was recently revealed by Ripple. They are not satisfied with becoming merely another infrastructure player, while RLUSD, XRP and Ledger remain on the periphery. Oh no. They are evolving into the institutional derivative trading execution powerhouse. Everything that we have been stating about XRP for years is finally coming to pass in front of our very eyes. This delicious intel is directly derived from digital viewpoints. To be honest, it's still happening even if you don't want to believe it. This shocking revelation was just made by the DTCC. They have the ability to tokenize assets valued at an astounding $100 trillion. That's a trillion with 12 zeros. And they can do it on their own without anyone's consent. This plot twist, however, will astound you. To assist resolve everything, Ripple recently received approval for its recently acquired Hidden Road. Right now, I'm not even kidding. Watch this video. The board and CEO Frank Lasala were aware that this technology was disruptive and had the potential to drastically alter how we conduct business. We must utilize that technology. In order to build a cohesive marketplace, they purchased securrency not as a single technology, but rather as a basis, particularly for the way regulated assets are handled, on which we could integrate distributed ledgers, smart contract frameworks, tokenization frameworks, and other technologies. Therefore, that model has forward-leaning. As I previously told you, DTCC's sole advantage in this paradigm is that we are the custodian of records for transactions totaling quadrillions of dollars and assets valued at roughly $100 trillion. Therefore, we can truly make it viable to tokenize $100 trillion worth of value unilaterally without involving anybody else. Nobody else is capable of doing that effectively. Therefore, we have an obligation and a right to accomplish that successfully. Due to the fact that it opens up a lot of things for the financial markets, therefore we are constructing the necessary rails to enable parties to conduct transactions by converting any conventional holding into a token form in a matter of seconds. We'll be playing soon. We are discussing the tokenization of value worth $100 trillion. Crazy, huh? This is where the big question lies. Where will the majority of that enormous sum of money end up? I'm placing a large wager on the XRP ledger. Look, everyone has been speculating about Ripple perhaps capturing 10% of the derivatives market. However, I believe that we are being far too conservative in this regard. Perhaps even more than 50% is what I'm seeing. This is where things start to become pretty exciting. We're seeing pricing that will astound you when all of this crazy value begins to pour into the XRP ledger. We're talking about nearly $10,000 per token, folks, just from that level of adoption. Take a look at this. Here we are discussing XRP, and to be really honest, this news is incredible. This is occurring in addition to everything else that has already been put into motion and is rolling out. People still don't think XRP will become a very valuable cryptocurrency, and this is just adding gasoline to the fire. Come on now. Scott Bean is making a massive prediction. According to him, an AI economic boom may begin as early as the first quarter of the following year. Guys, you should pay attention to this, and I believe the likelihood is pretty high. As early as the first quarter of the following year, activity will begin. Everyone who sets policy at the Fed, including the board, regional bank presidents, and employees, need to be somewhat receptive to this, in my opinion. Well, considering the state of AI today and how it will alter everything, that is a really good point. Overall growth figures and undoubtedly the firm as a whole, quickly before you leave. The financial system as a whole will literally be integrated with AI. The weird part comes next. The boom has begun already. He is referring to the first quarter of 2026. We are so very near to this huge change. And this is what really amazes me. I'm not gonna break anytime soon. From now on it will only get more sophisticated. Now, what is the result of combining determinism and smart tokens? AI agents are provided. By integrating all of those programmable conditions into the assets or contracts themselves, these smart tokens are essentially providing these agents with their script, compliance standards, logic systems, constraints, and permissions. Giving the agent a detailed instruction manual on what it can and cannot do is analogous to that. It's similar to providing AI agents with a strong base from which to operate. Every time you give it the same input, the network as a whole produces the same output. That implies that nothing changes. Actually, you can audit what's going on, and there is only one reliable source of information. When you add smart tokens to that, you'll have amazing anonymous AI bots that can collaborate, do tasks, and even change on the blockchain itself. You see, your agents are essentially helpless without smart tokens. They are unable to enforce any regulations at all. Furthermore, they simply cannot exist in the absence of determinism. However, when you combine the two, the blockchain becomes this very strong layer of trust for AI. Guys, we're talking about the imminent delivery of AI agents to individual investors. Consider it this way. We've always stated that we want our cryptocurrency to work for us, correct? You may be binge-watching Netflix, getting coffee, or spending time with pals. Meanwhile, thanks to this incredibly intelligent AI agent, your cryptocurrency is actually working overtime for you. We're talking about a steady stream of passive income that comes in while you're enjoying your best life. The future we are entering is this one. To be honest, it's your key to true financial independence. Put an end to spending your days gazing at those depressing charts. With little effort on your part, this AI is essentially your personal